begin today with your Idaho to-do. You know, it's that time of year again for the Caldwell Night Rodeo, and it's an amazing all-week event that invites not just the best and the brightest in rodeo to the Treasure Valley, but plenty of fun for the whole family as well. So we're joined right now by Paul and Eddie from the Caldwell Night Rodeo. Great to have both of you gentlemen here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for inviting us today.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And from what I understand, this night rodeo has been around for quite a while. How long has it been in existence?
Well, the rodeo actually started in 1924.
Oh my
goodness. It was the first recorded history that we can find, because most of us weren't around then.
Oh my gosh.
We do have, have some recorded history back to 1924.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, it 98 years, right? So we're close to the century mark for the Caldwell Night Rodeo, which in itself is incredibly exciting. Why do you think that the Caldwell Night Rodeo has been able to have such longevity in our community?
Our fans and our local partnerships and keeping our, everything local. Our fans are what makes the rodeo so incredibly spectacular and so important. And when we have the energy, our cowboys and our cowgirls and even the stock, they feed off the energy and put on one of the best performances in pro rodeo.
Yeah, when anyone asks me about, having a true rodeo experience, I always think of the Caldwell Night Rodeo because it really is authentic, right? It's that grassroots, you're out there amongst the crowd, the energy is so real. And speaking of not only that authenticity and how people really, identify with the history of it, but you had mentioned partnerships, which you have an exciting one for this year, right?
You bet. We've actually had a great partnership with Koenig Distillery, and Andy Koenig, who's the master distiller, he provides and creates a special Caldwell Night Rodeo whiskey.
Oh, right.
And every year, starting a couple of years ago, every year, starting I think in 97, well, the 97th year, 97 proof. 99th year, 99 proof, and then of course next year 100 proof. But you can find this here locally, and of course we'll have it at the Caldwell Night Rodeo.
Excellent. Okay, so that's just another thing for fans to look forward to. What else can they look forward to this year? Anything else new?
Top stock, top cowboys, and a lot of fun.
Okay, I like that. Top stock, top cowboys, and a whole lot of fun. Now, for those who are not familiar with going to the Caldwell Night Rodeo, though, there's two distinctions that they need to be aware of. You have the rowdies, and then you also have the civvies. What are the rowdies and what are the civvies?
The rowdies are the ones that sit over on what we call the east side of the arena in the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they want to sit there in the sun. And the civvies are the ones that sit over in the shady side. They can all be rowdy, understand that. But it's just a name that one of our announcers many years ago tagged them with, and it stuck. And rowdies and civvies are nationally known now for Caldwell Night Rodeo.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, that's great. But basically, it's a distinction of where you're going to be sitting in the arena.
Pretty much.
All right, working on your tan or staying cool and not sweating as much, right?
Right.
There you go.
Okay,
exactly.
all right. But regardless of where you're at, you're going to be bringing the spirit of the Caldwell Night Rodeo with you. I think we actually have some photos we want to share here of the Caldwell Night Rodeo with our audience, just so you can see, some of the excitement out there, that authenticity that we've been talking about, and just those, those top athletes, both human athletes and also animal athletes, right? Because I think we've mentioned it a couple of times when it comes to Idaho rodeos, but the animals are just as much a part of the experience as the people riding those animals are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So if people want to go out and participate in this, and they want to learn more about this event, what do they do?
Direct them to caldwellnightroDeo.com, and our website does have that information. The thing I will tell people, be sure if you go online to buy tickets, you go to caldwellnightroDeo.com. You do a Google search, that's going to be about number 4 or 5 in a Google search, and the others are sponsored and resellers, and our tickets are sometimes marked up as much. I've seen them marked up 10 times.
Oh my gosh.
On our reseller site from what our...
So go to the source.
Be sure to go to caldwellnightroDeo.com.
You got it. Okay. And then also too, though, when it comes to those tickets, there's a bit of urgency behind this, right?
Absolutely. Our general admission tickets are sold out except for a few that are still in outlets like D&B in Caldwell, Idaho Cowboy Supply in Caldwell, by Martin Caldwell. May have tickets, may not. Friday and Saturday is fully sold out. We do have reserve seats available to purchase online Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Would those reserve seats be in the civvy section?
They are actually on both sides.
On both sides?
Yes.
Okay. All right. right. So in the sun and both in the shade.
That's
your
right.
selection. All
Yep.
right. So hurry up, get those tickets because, as mentioned, they're going to be gone before you know it. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you for
and
having us.
congratulations on such incredible longevity, too, here
Really
in our
appreciate your
community.
time. Thank you.